In a perfect world, the HasLab version of HELLBAT would have been good, but we don't live in a perfect world, do we? Hasbro. I love Lio Kaiser. He's not my favorite combiner, but I do love him. And HELLBAT is my favorite member of the Breast Force. I love that he has a Bat Breastmaster. I love that he's blue and he has a battle mask and he's a jet. And then his Iron Factory figure comes with a big giant scythe, which I absolutely love. But this is not about him. This is about my custom that I hate. Hey guys, Maxmc55 here, and today we are reviewing my custom Age of the Primes HELLBAT made out of Slingshot. Yeah, I don't really like this figure. Well, not the figure. I absolutely love this mold. I own 9 Slingshot molds. Okay, don't ask why. But yeah, everything with this custom just kind of went wrong, and it sucks. And I don't have the effort to really go and redo him because he just sits on a shelf. He's gonna be an arm for the rest of his life once Onslaught comes. So I don't really care about redoing him. Yeah, there's a lot of issues. Like the chest, you can see marks on the chest from the white, and the white obviously doesn't cover it up with paint, so that's great. The core chest thing, you can see the black outlines, which doesn't look good. Everything to do with the yellow, just it looks disgusting. The blue is chipped to hell. You can see the white primer coming out from the blue, and it just doesn't look good. And then the eyes, again, eyes don't look good, and the head, it's too wobbly because it doesn't fit right. This is the needle nose head, which is a neat reference to my original custom that did use the needle nose mold, but I wanted to keep some essence of that, and also I didn't have a biomask head at the time, so I used Neil Nose's head, but it didn't fit on the ball joint. It sort of did, but it was really loose. So I put some masking tape in there, and then I put some super glue in there to keep the masking tape in there. Now it's just loose, and it doesn't really fit right, and also, not to mention that I am petrified about this nose cone due to what happened to my Skyhawk custom. Go watch my review if you want to see what happened. It's just, yeah, and then the wings, like, yes, I'm happy I managed to get the wings on the back and then droop down, but it prohibits articulation in both the legs and the arms now, so it's like, great, I just, sometimes, and even then, look at the wing, what happened here? It was tape kind of just like really messed up the paint, but yeah, it looks awful. Also, just to talk about why I got this idea to make these, so I'm going to talk about it more in my Kill Bison review because there's nothing really to talk about Kill Bison. I've already talked about Drillhorn. Yeah, once I went to a place called Smith's Toys in the UK, and this guy was on sale for £10, and I said to myself, well, if I find 2 Slingshots for £10, I will make Lio Kaiser again, because I had already made it before when I turned that Lio Kaiser into Devastator. So I was like, okay, if they have it, I'll make it. And they did. They had 2, so I got 2 Slingshots for £20, and I decided to make the new Lio Kaiser. So that's where that idea came from. Also, I was doing it out of spite for the HasLab because the HasLab was terrible. $300 for that. What the fuck? Now, although the blue is like chipped to hell, I am pretty happy with how the actual blue looks. It's just to me a sky blue, but it really does pop out with this figure, and I'm really happy with how he turned out. I did keep the thighs unpainted. I believe I did the same on Skyhawk, just because there's no point. I mean, they can be taken off with ease, and I was already going to paint them black. So yeah, because like hell, I'm painting these things with pins white, okay? It would just chip so badly. And yes, his accessories are 2 Age of Primes Brawl pistols. I just thought it would look kind of cool. And I mean, I had 2, and I didn't really know where to put them, because I didn't really want to give Drillhorn or Kill Bison them, so, you know, HELLBAT goes dual wielding. Pew pew! Alright, so for the paints I used, it is lemon yellow, sky blue, pure white, gloss black, flat red, and chrome silver. Comparison time! Here he is with GENO, Super Megatron, Optimus Prime, Shockwave, Shattered Glass Optimus, and Bumblebee. Oh my gosh, I finally got to talk about the Slingshot mold again, because this is the new review style, so I get to talk about the mold. I absolutely love this mold. It was my number 1 on my 2025 list, and it's just because it's so fun. It's so universal. It's just awesome. You can make so many new customs out of it. I made him into a bike, okay? That should show you how universal this custom is, or this body mold is. I just really like it. I don't mind the hot rod shoulders. It doesn't really bother me much, and I think it's one of the best hot rod shoulders we've had, because like you can double hinge them and stuff, and it's just cool, and it doesn't really you know, get in the way much and stuff like that. And even then, like, it's just the transformation is so fun and intuitive. I know I praise this mold a lot, but it's funny to think that I don't actually own a Slingshot. They're all customized. But even then, I didn't even like the first few images we saw. I thought Air Raid was the better one, and I don't like the way the heels are so big, which, yes, they really, you can take these off and then just have them as really short because you can't stand without them. So, you know, but the heels were quite, you know, big and it didn't really look right. But once actually getting them in hand, you realize it just doesn't really affect you that much. And yeah, I just love this mold. I love this mold. Transformation of HELLBAT is actually quite different, so we will not be speeding up this video. Also, it extends the runtime of this review, so, you know, I get more ad revenue, but hey. So, head, you can't just turn it around, and it does, let's hope this doesn't break. It does sort of fit in. We'll show you more when it gets into that part, but you just do the arms just like you would. And then this is where the sort of hard things come in, because you have to try and transform the legs while not popping off the wings, but you know goddamn well they're going to pop off. Anyways, this flips up the legs. As you can see the really bad paint job in here. Wow. Yeah, I really gave up on this custom once the yellow kicked in. But you just take this, you do the slingshot, you take that back, you pull this back, huzzah, you tab everything in, and somehow nothing popped off. That's actually a first. The arms fold around just like so. They peg in just like they would on Slingshot. You know, the paint has made everything so stiff, but because everything's sort of delicate on this custom, it's really annoying. Come on, get in there. There we go. And then just rotate the thingy down, and it sort of juts up. Come on, there we go. That'll do. It will do. It went, yeah. So in jet mode, he is pretty much the same. He's just, you know, blue, and he has different wings now, which are also from Legacy Needle Nose. So, you know, keeping more of that essence from my original custom, but also making sure he has those sort of like droopy wings in robot mode. And yeah, I'm happy with the wings. They look terrible, but, you know, paint-wise, but I'm happy they're here. They are on Lego hinges. This weird kind of concoction of how I did the wings to get them to flip over for robot mode, but also flip in for alt mode. Yeah, it was a struggle to figure out how to do it, but I'm happy I got it done. Anywho, the heads you can leave on-ish, but it does sort of poke out the bottom, so you can't just take it off if you want. The back tail fin is indeed different. It's not from Slingshot. It's actually from Skydive. I think that's his name. Yeah, it's Skydive. I just glued it onto this hinge. I'm so surprised it works and it stays on there. I mean, it has broken off once, but that was just because, you know, this guy kind of fell once. Yeah, I'm just happy. It just gives him a bigger tail fin. And I'm just happy he's got that. It just makes him look more HELLBAT-y, even if, again, I just don't... Why did this custom have to come out the way it did? Oh, and I didn't get to say this in Drill Horn's review, but the arm modes and the leg modes, they'll be shown off when I actually review Lyle Kaiser, so just stay tuned for that. So yeah, in conclusion, I do not like this custom. I wish it was better. HELLBAT is my favorite member of the Breast Force, and I did him such a disservice that he has now become probably the worst member custom of my Breast Force I have made. So, why did you have to be like this? But listen, it's better than the HasLab, and I didn't shell out $300 to make him, okay? He costed me like, how much did he cost me? I don't know, maybe £20, including paints. So that's not too bad. And yeah, sure, he's going to stay as an arm for the rest of his life, but I still would have liked him to be a little bit good. But again, I might come back to him in the future. I did it with my original Lyle Kaiser's team. I didn't like the first versions, and I went back and remade them. Obviously, they don't exist anymore, but again, I'm remaking them. So anything's possible. I have the paint, so I can do it. But yeah, you suck.